Yeah, well, I got how many minutes left now? I got about what is that? Let's see here, an hour and 80 something minutes. Good morning to all, and a good morning to all. Yeah, it's today is February 3rd here in Bangkok, and I know it's hot. I can just feel it. Thai bot is 30.01, so finally it's above 30 again. And let's see here, 82 degrees, high 93, low 73. 10% chance of rain, 65% humidity. Winds easterly at 5 miles an hour. Feel like temperature, 88 degrees. It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning. It feels like 88 degrees. Visibility, again, a wonderfully clear 1.5 miles. It's foggy, it's hazy. It's not the greatest of weather here, but it beats being in the snow and the rain, I guess. The pouring rain. Anyway, so before I get started, I want to thank everybody who helped support this channel. If you want to help support the channel, you can just check the description down below. There are numerous ways that you can support the channel. Some of them cost you, some of them don't. But a special thanks to all the people in YouTube who have been joining them and becoming members. Appreciate it. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. If you would be so kind, please leave a thumbs up. I'd appreciate that. And yeah, yesterday's stream was different. But I've been thinking about it a lot, and I've said this before, and Longhorns never seems to let me forget it. But I always say, oh, I need to keep this to like 90 minutes to 2 hours. And I always go over because I just get caught up and I just say, screw it. Now, if I'm out, maybe I can figure out what the best length of time is, because when you're out, things are happening. You don't know exactly, you might run into somebody and it might be a really cool interview or a really cool place or whatever it is. So you don't want to stop. So I have to figure that out. But when it comes to just sitting here or sitting at Starbucks or something like that, I think I need to keep the streams a little bit shorter. And I've been told that by several people before. So, we'll see how it works out. But I'm going to put up a poll, and it's going to have the times. Well, thank you very much. That's a nice way to start the morning. Appreciate that very much. There, Mr. G. We'll just call you Mr. G. Thank you. I just wanted to say that, listen, I have fun doing it, but sometimes it's too much. 4 hours is a long time. And good morning. I think, honestly, that the only real thing for me is, am I doing these at the right time? Should I be doing them at night once in a while? Should I be starting earlier? These kind of things. As far as the length goes, man, I mean, most of the time I don't want to do a 4 or 5 hour stream. It's too long. It's just too long. But we got to do everything for you, of course. But, I don't want to run into your Gunsmoke time or Big Valley or Bonanza. But, really, when I do that, when I go into, say, if I do a 4 hour stream, that's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. If I'm out, I don't get back until 2:30, 3 o'clock. My day is done. I don't have time to do anything else, really, because I got to make sure that my kids are all right, that I don't have anything else like errands to run. This is not the normal lifestyle like you might have in some places where you're going to work and punching in at a certain time. I don't have any. I'm on call every minute of every day. So that's why, something happens and it's really cool. I'll if I can, I'll just throw up a stream, But anyway, I don't want to get into that too much. Let's just see what happens. But today, 90 minutes, sitting down 90 minutes. If I'm going to do some kind of a food review or go to a restaurant or something like that, it's going to be, it's not going to be like every day. I just don't think that that's a good idea. First of all, because I go out and eat all the time and I don't control what I eat as much because I'm like, all right, well, what do we have here? Oh, that looks real. The lasagna looks really good. Let me have it. But if I'm at home, like my wife made up a bunch of steamed chicken, steamed vegetables, and some steamed potatoes. All we got to do is throw them in the microwave. Maybe put a little ketchup or a little what do you call it, spicy sauce, sriracha. And, there we go. There's a little meal, and it's healthy. So, anyway, let me go on here. First thing on the agenda. Oh, well, before I get into the news from about what I was going to talk about, I guess in Florida, right near where I grew up and right near my parents, there was something nefarious going on involving children. And so the FBI went in, and I guess a couple people got shot. 2 of them got shot fatally, and 3 more were injured. They were serving a search warrant. But, when I hear Florida, I always go, oh, I wonder if it's near my parents. But this is very close, So makes you wonder, what's going on next door. Like, hey, what's going on with my neighbor, I don't know if anybody saw that, but that's what's going on over there. Now, something I just found out, I just saw it just this morning, and I didn't know it, but apparently the Samut Bakan crocodile farm is filing for bankruptcy or already has, and they are no longer. They are going to be closed up. And if you remember, I've been there. I believe I streamed there at least once. I've done a couple of videos from there. And the first time I just kind of wasn't even thinking about anything for whatever reason about the animal. The second time when there was a tiger chained up at it was a tiger cub chained up at the entrance, I was like, well, this ain't very cool. And then, there was a lady who jumped into the crocodile pit and was devoured in a matter of seconds. She committed suicide that way, which I don't understand why you would do it that way. But I guess, for the drama, I forgot about putting these things up. Hang on one second. Let me get professional here for 90 minutes. If I can do this. I did that, right? There we go. All right. Okay, let's go. You're supposed to show the little comments here, and the reason is because all these are backed up. All these streams are backed up, and I want to make sure I got all the comments in them. Let's see here. Let's just try to catch up here before I'm spending too much time with Gennaro. Well, I spend too much time with him also, but I think you spend too much time with beer. The Crocs will be working as baristas. Yeah, okay, I guess. Let me see here. Billed as Thailand's first and the world's largest crocodile farm, the Samut Bakan Crocodile Farm and Zoo is heading towards liquidation after 71 years, as just announced in the Royal Gazette. Though a zoo representative today denied its closing. Now they're saying that they're only open on weekends now for some reason, maybe because of the COVID. Word of the tourism-dependent zoo's financial collapse was hailed as a victory Friday morning by the People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, or PETA. The Samut Bakan Zoo was hell on earth for animals, but thanks to PETA, WFFT, and online pressure, by concerned people around the world. Their prolonged suffering will finally come to an end. PETA may take credit, but zoo's management has for many years shrugged off complaints about the sorry state of its facilities and allegations of animal abuse. No tourist to sell tickets for the past year due to the pandemic is more likely a factor. I agree with that. However, what I'll say is I remember going in there and thinking to myself, I went in there with my mother. She hated it. With my mother and my sister and her kids. And they liked it because, we get to see the animals. But my mother hated it. And, we went and saw an elephant show. And I was kind of surprised because it didn't seem like the elephants were in fantastic shape. It's just my opinion. I'm not a veterinarian. I'm not, a scientist. So it's just what I gathered from looking at them. But, I would say that if anything, that place probably has had barely acceptable standards. And there are many places in Thailand and elsewhere in the world that, they run zoos and things like this. So, I think it's good that they're shut down, quite honestly. The only thing is what's going to happen to all the crocodiles? They had this big area where you could go in and you could buy crocodile belts, crocodile bags, and I'm sure they made a ton of money from that. So I don't understand if they're making all this money, how are they going to go out of business just after a year? I would think, you've got several $1 million. I don't know how much it costs to run the place, but I'm curious about all these things. I always like to know, well, how much money were they generating every month? How much money were they keeping? What was the profit? But regardless, it seems like they're closing down, and so at least some people are happy. We'll see. In the coming weeks, I'm sure we'll find out. But a woman answering calls at the zoo today insisted, this is actually several days ago, insisted the venue remains open on the weekends. Refusing to give her name, she denied any knowledge of the zoo's bankruptcy. Deny. Court proceedings were on the 26th, and we understand that they are liquidating. There has been some confusion amongst the zoo staff as to whether or not they are closing for good. We're unclear if they're getting some kind of a bailout. The Samut Prakan Crocodile Farm and Zoo, located in southwest metro area of Samut Prakan province, is notorious not only for keeping more than 60,000 crocodiles of its various sizes it breeds, but the neglect and exploitation suffered by its many other animals, from chimpanzees to elephants. When it opened in 1950, it was Thailand's first crocodile farm. It draws tourists with a variety of animal shows, especially its live crocodile shows, in which performers place their head inside the animal's jaws. And yes, there have been several accidents there where the guy got caught in it, put his head a little bit too far in the animal's mouth, and the next thing you know, his head was being chomped on. Malnourished and psychologically distressed animals were forced to perform tricks and entertain visitors, such as the stream of Chinese tourists, which helped keep it afloat. Several years ago, a Bangkok woman killed herself by jumping into a croc pen. Despite regular calls for its closure, spurred by images of animals with open wounds living in filthy habitats, the zoo's owner said they took excellent care of them. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't believe that, but whatever. That's that. All right, so you're not going to be taking your little girlfriend from Nana over to the crocodile farm. She's not going to be whizzing you over there. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. It's funny when I don't have barista. When there's no barista, everybody is silent. When you got hottie alert! Hottie alert! Look at that one. Look at this one. Fucking hey, how do you guys keep up with all this shit, man? between listening to me and listening to the other three guys yesterday, and then trying to find women in the stream, I don't know how you guys can do it. So anyway, it looks like they're shut down, and maybe that's a good thing, but you won't be taking anybody there. Now, what I think is kind of humorous, the Thai Authority of Thailand's new recovery strategy is sexy. Well, it sounds provocative. There are no hot deals on strip clubs or go-go bars, but there's really nothing sexy about the travel concept. The strategy focuses on implementing public health safety practices, promoting environmentally sustainability such as wildlife conservation and cleanups. Wait a minute. I didn't see this. Cleanups. So basically, hey, you get to come on over here and clean everything up for us and help clean up and take care of the wildlife. Offering new travel experiences and drawing in high-spending tourists. Here's how they got the word sexy. S stands for safety and hygiene. Okay. Safety? Hygiene, yes. Safety? I don't know about that in Thailand. Honestly, think about it. E stands for environmental sustainability. All right. Good for them. X stands for extra experiences. I don't think that's what X stands for. Why would people be traumatized by yesterday's stream? Because I was yelling at everybody or what? I don't give a fuck, Really. Everybody got to get their shit together. It's all done in good fun. Seriously. At the end of the day, it's not all that much of a big deal, But I don't know. Why was everybody traumatized? Do tell. Don't make these comments without some kind of an explanation. Okay, PTSD from what? Explain. PTSD. Why PTSD? Yeah, okay. I'm just wondering, why would there be, is anybody that traumatized by what? Listen, people shit all the time. People look at girls all the time. People, see things that they may not want to see, and most of the time they're okay. I would think that when you're talking about poo, most people are okay. I mean, some things you can't take back, but Y stands for yield, basically revenue from high-spending tourists. Now, let me just read this over again. S for safety and hygiene, E for environmental sustainability, X for extra experiences, Y for yield, basically revenue from high-spending, highfalutin tourists. The 4 key focuses under the Sexy Plan reflect its goal to restore tourism under the new normal measures. This will help restore, listen to this. You know what? I just don't know where they come up with this stuff. This will restore travelers' confidence while driving recovery for both the Thai economy and tourism industry to make a comeback stronger than ever. Somehow I don't think it's going to restore anybody's confidence. I mean, what they're saying, how is that? I don't get it. Explain me. Really, explain to me, what is this guy trying to say? Am I missing something? Because maybe I'm just, I'm an idiot and I just don't get it. Together, TAT and Thai tourism stakeholders will reshape the image of Thailand with core messages highlighting the importance of safe and sustainable travel. Well, wait a minute. You see, maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong perspective. Good morning. Maybe I'm looking at it from the wrong perspective. But I look at it like this. If I've got a test before I get on the plane, if I've got to get a vaccine before I get on the plane, And then when I get to Thailand, I've got to test again and maybe even quarantine for a day or 4 days or something like that. I would say I'm going to be safe. But what does that have to do with Thailand? I mean, seriously. Because Thailand tests you once when you come here? Or they say no more quarantine? Or, because everybody's got to wash their hands. And I can tell you firsthand that when people walk into the mall, some people will sign in, some people will wash their hands. But it's not like every single person does it. I'd say the biggest thing that people do here is wear their masks. They don't have a problem wearing masks. And I don't really have a problem wearing it, but, when it's hot out, after a while, I'm like, man, I got to stand away and take it off for a second so I can breathe. It's hard to breathe with these things on, I was traumatized, felt like I was in a fog, made life seem not worth living. The human interaction was from the Twilight Zone. Well, there you go. Thank you for putting it so succinctly, Longhorns, because I concur. Travelers are confident and happy to travel. They just can't. I'd say now that there's a lot of people who they don't have the money to travel. Now maybe the people with the big money got plenty of money still, so they're getting rich off of what is it, game shop, AMC. So they got plenty of money to come on over here and just stay in 5-star places, but they only had an average of 400 people coming in. So granted, that was with the quarantine. But let's say they get 4,000 people that are high spenders. Let's say they get 40,000. Okay, they've already walked back that they want 10 million by the end of the year. Now they're saying 5 million is what we're after. The employed want to travel. Unfortunately, the employed, if they're back to work, if things are better and they're back to work, how are they going to go travel? Oh, I've got vacation time. What's over now? I don't know what's over. So, I don't know how they're going to do this. Sexy. I just love this. S stands for safety and hygiene. E stands for environmental sustainability, which I think if they worked on that and they really truly stick to it, I think that's great because, eventually, some of these tourist places get run down and they don't look quite like they did 20 years ago. And I think if they try to work towards prolonging the way that they look, they limit the number of tourists or they charge fees to come into national parks that are a little more along the lines of a place that is for a high-end place, for people with serious money to go in. But I don't know, I mean, like maybe they can follow the African safari model where you want to come in and take photos. You've got to, shell out $150 for a license or something. I don't know. What do I know? Seriously, what do I know? I'm just a commentator. And then X for extra experiences. Well, we could run with that. X stands for, the sexy in the sexy in Thailand, but they're saying extra experiences. Yeah, that's the thing. Granted, tourism is responsible for quite a bit of littering and pollution, ground pollution. But when it comes to the air, I mean, what's the pollution? I didn't even see that. Oh, look at this. 160 unhealthy. And I can feel it. If you listen to me, I can't really laugh because if I do, I'm going to start coughing. Do they have the equivalent of the Appalachian Trail? No, not really. No, but they do have a lot of, walks and trails and stuff like that. That there's one that takes like 3 to 5 days, but it's not. It's I don't even remember the name of the place, and not many people know about it, and not many people are willing to go. And the other thing you got to think about is, I guess if they had, what's the thing called in Spain? The walk, the Camino del Real, or whatever it is. Looks like right now it is 128, which is unhealthy for sensitive groups in Pattaya. The Camino del Real, I think that's what it was called. Well, I mean, yeah, this is the thing. The Thais are always looking at the foreigners. You're going to need to do this. Wait a minute. Why don't you look in the mirror? You guys know when I walk to that place near my house, the big lot that they just cleared out. If you remember, and you see some of the little canals, you can see how much garbage is there. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's all along the street. And I'm like, why is it they have such a problem with this garbage? Do something with it. And what are they going to do? Ferry it out into the middle of the Chao Phraya? They might. All right, let's go on here. Unfortunately, there was an 88-year-old expat who died after falling from a Pattaya condominium, and I'm sure Pattaya Bob and Pattaya Pete probably heard about this, but it happened on Soy Buakaw around 10 p.m. Police say they suspect the incident was suicide, High Flyers Club, but are still investigating. A security guard patrolling the area found the man's body on the ground outside his condominium on Soy Buakaw around 10 p.m. last night and alerted Pattaya City Police. Officers found a note which included his room number. They searched the room and found the man's passport. Well, I hope I never get to that point where I want to go that way, boy. I'll tell you what. Because I feel for that security guard having to take a look at his body, because it wasn't pretty. Well, this is the other thing, Is it suicide? Is it murder? Was it an accident? And that's for the police to determine. I'm not going to get into that whole, they always say it's suicide, but it's always the tie. His girlfriend pushed him. Who knows? Right now, they suspect suicide. I'm going to go with that, So it's sad, but it happens. And, who knows what the deal was. And he was an American man. Anybody know any 88-year-old Americans in Pattaya? Sad. All right, now, let's see here. I guess they're calling... Now, Pattaya City has their own campaign to lure tourists back, and that campaign is Welcome Back, Pattaya. Welcome back. Was it Your Dreams Are Your Ticket Out? You remember that? That was Welcome Back, Kotter. Anyway, let me see here what we got. The campaign aims to attract domestic tourists. The campaign aims to attract domestic tourists. That's because there are no international tourists right now. And is expected to boost the local economy after many businesses in the province were ordered to close last month. And, all the hotels are shut down now. Pattaya has officially opened up to domestic tourism. Mayor Santaya Kunprum told the Pattaya News, adding that the city will abide by disease control precautions and measures. Okay. I hope so. Now here's the big one that I really like. We welcome everyone to the new Neo Pattaya. We are ready to welcome domestic tourists. Many domestic tourists have already returned and visited Koh Lan. Okay. Neo Pattaya. So they're gonna make everything with neon lights, I guess. With Thailand's vaccination plan expected to roll out this month, maybe. We'll see. The Deputy Minister of Public Health, Satit Pitutecha, says officials should look into bringing foreign tourists back to Pattaya. Now, how's that going to happen? How's that going to happen? Why are they even looking at it? They don't have anything to do with it. If you can't come into the country, how are you going to have foreign tourists in Pattaya? You're going to have the expats become tourists? I mean, I guess. Good morning, Mr. Johnny. I just wondering if they seriously consider all possible suicides of homicide first and work from there. I don't know. It'd be interesting to find that out. I kind of doubt it, though. I know Koh Lan is nice, and I went there and streamed a couple of months ago. And yeah, it's a nice place. I mean, I like Koh Lan a hell of a lot more than I like Pattaya. Now listen, if I was single and I had I was a visiting tourist, and I just felt like screwing my brains out. Well, would I go to Pattaya? Well, I don't know. I get tired of temples really quick, so the answer is a definitive yes. I would, and I did, but I liked Bangkok more, a lot more. And so that's why I spent the bulk of my time in Bangkok when I first came to Thailand, and I went up into the hills, into Mae Hong Son and Chiang Rai, and on the border there, and I had a good time. But I always ran around and had some fun, if you know what I mean. All right, let me continue with this. Not the sexy. Johnny, I don't know if you heard, but Thailand has a new recovery strategy, excuse me. It's called Sexy. I don't know why I find it so funny. Safety and hygiene. E for environmental sustainability. And X. No, not for X-rated experiences, but extra experiences. And Y stands for yield. Basically, revenue from high-spending tourists. Now, that's a way to get tourists to come. Tell them that their strategy involves the word sexy, and you are part of that because you're a high-spending tourist. I don't know. Don't most people go to Pattaya to see the temples and daily life of a fishing village? Yeah, I think that was about 60 years ago, Johnny. 50, 60 years ago. You have sexy too much. God, I mean, I read that and it makes me laugh. Now, here we go. So we're talking about this campaign here, this welcome back Pattaya, the new Neo Thailand. With Thailand's vaccination plan expected to roll out this month, officials should look into bringing foreign tourists back to Pattaya. He adds that strong health measures and precautions have been implemented in Chonburi, Rayong, and Chanthaburi, provinces that were previously classified as high-risk areas under maximum control during the height of the recent wave of coronavirus infections. Schools and entertainment venues, gyms, pools, and among others, were allowed to reopen yesterday. Travel restrictions for people entering the province were also lifted. Well, that's good to know. Now, the one thing that I would say is, honestly, I think just open the fuck up already. Would you live anywhere else in Thailand besides Bangkok? Yes, I would. But not, definitely not Pattaya. Definitely not like in the city of Chiang Mai. Um, and not Phuket. I live on the outskirts of Phuket, maybe, but things would have to be quite a bit different. And um, yeah, I can't see my. I had the chance and it didn't work out. I mean, I didn't get the job. I talked about that the other day. Um, I if I had gotten that job, we would have had to move down there. And I'm really glad that I didn't get it because I would have moved down there and then it would have been like, oh, sorry, we sold. So we sold her. So actually, it's the Tiger who bought out the Phuket Gazette. And so I might have been out with, I might have been out of a job. And then it would have been like, all right, so now I'm down here in Phuket. I don't know. I prefer Bangkok over Phuket, except I'm talking about in the city like Phuket town or around Bangla, that area. But if you go out, there's some beautiful, beautiful places out there. And, it's just like Pattaya. I mean, I slam on Pattaya, but I'm talking about, I just don't want to be like every day I walk around and, I'm walking through a bunch of bars and, chicks are, where you go? Hey, handsome man. I just don't want to hear that shit. It's like, and I guess I wouldn't anyway because I just put my headphones on and I'd ignore them. But there are other places, even Krabi would be on the list of places considered, but I don't know. I'm just not sure exactly where. It depends on the costs and all kinds of things. But that's we've been thinking about it for a while, and we're thinking about it more now with the pollution because my wife's bothered by it. I'm bothered by it. Let's see here. Neo is probably not a good name. No, probably not. Everyone goes to Pattaya to visit the Temple of Triangles. You want to know something? I went on Instagram yesterday, saw this girl. I can't remember what her name is, but nice looking girl. She's always doing exercises. Excuse me. But apparently she's, one of these little pretty models or whatever. And she's sitting there and you can see a shadow. And guess what? That shadow was shaped like a triangle. And I had to send that photo out. It's just, immediately it hit me. Triangle. Pedestrian crosswalks with lights in Pattaya being built now. Yeah, I know. It's Neo, man. It's a great place to live. I spent many years living in Romkmeng. Romkmeng's not a bad area. Not really. I mean, especially there's all kinds of schoolgirls walking around, college girls walking around. My first trip to Thailand, I stayed 3 weeks. Went to Safari Zoo, Kanchanaburi Death Railway, malls, temples. Only went out to bar four times. Got one soapy at Amsterdam. Amsterdam's funny. You bring up Amsterdam. It used to be one of the big places that I would go to. It was a favorite hangout of mine. Amsterdam is no more. Oh shit. With the Neo thing, is that an ad for electricians? Yeah, I wonder how many people they're going to say. 3 Thai men were electrocuted on Wednesday. All right, now we got all that out of the way. So yeah, anyway, that's about the. Let's see. There's another article. Pattaya launches another campaign to bring back tourists. Welcome back, Pattaya. Let me see if it's got anything different in here. This is just a press release. Yeah, it's just the same exact article. All right. What is this? Oh, haha. This affects me. Bangkok's tap water is scuzzy again. City Hall blames the universe again. They're never going to blame someone in their immediate vicinity unless they're a foreigner. It's that time of the year when salty tap water is a thing in Bangkok, and officials once again blame drought conditions. Listen, we just got a message from the water department 2 days ago saying that we had some problems with our pipes they were going to fix, but they weren't sure when. We're going to fix them, but we're not sure when. And I'm like, okay, so what does that tell me? Absolutely nothing. All right, let me go on here. Well, the next piece of information is big, but let me. Bangkok Governor Aswin Kwanmuang announced today that residents, especially children, the elderly, that's me, technically speaking, the ill and small pets should avoid drinking water from the tap. Really, small pets. As a 1-2 punch of storm surge and drought have lowered water levels and increased salinity in the Chao Phraya River. He insisted that the brackish water could still be used for other purposes, like spraying your ass or something, or even consumed by healthy people if they pinch their noses. His only suggestion, ease off on the salt otherwise consumed for good health, the sage governor advised. The sage governor advised. Yeah, the sage governor. I have a feeling somebody was trying to be a bit of a smartass there. Get rid of the COE. A COVID negative test and visa is enough. Well, I'd agree with that. In truth, most countries are trying to reinvent themselves for tourists, but in truth, with control measures, that may be hard as restricted. Yeah. You can still drink brackish water safely by enema. You got to bring that up. We got to start talking about asses already. We're in 45 minutes right now. All right, we've been live 45 minutes. This is a 90-minute stream. Something like that, I think. Oh, man. Just the thought of that, Longhorns, is hurting my ass. Salt concentration in water for home use is not supposed to exceed 0.25 grams per liter. That's a lot, man. However, water across Metro Bangkok has been peaking at 1.18 grams per liter, according to the Metro's utility real-time water quality information. Ooh, I'm going to have to save that link. The water's been off for some weeks. And like smog and booze bans and flooding, which I got something to talk about with the booze ban, its spoiling has become an annual occurrence. Around this time last year, officials warned that it would persist through May. This year, no words were spent on how long it would last or what would be done to fix it, so it's just a thing now. People haven't masked their resentment about the warnings offered with no proper solutions put forward. Do you have any long-term solution rather than a warning? We have been facing this problem for several years now. Wachapon Tulia Wilai Kun wrote on social media. I wonder how they snatched that comment. Last year, I had to buy water to drink for several months, although I have a water filter at home. Korpa City Chumrun wrote, find a long-term solution, please. This is becoming a fundamental issue of people living in Bangkok, much like the PM 2.5 smog, which adds another issue to our long-term issues of traffic congestion and flooding. Yeah, that's I'm telling you, man. The world is not headed in the most fantastic direction, but I do think that it's never been headed in the most fantastic direction. I think we just know more about things and we know more quickly, and now we're like, what the fuck? Am I allowed to say that on a YouTube stream? Can I say what the fuck? Am I allowed to do that? The difference between an ass spray and an enema is just a few inches. Well, as long as it's done lovingly. It could be a market for a new attachment for a bum gun. Ew. Those powerful Japanese toilets sometimes enable you to have an ass gurgle and then spit it back out. So do the bum guns, though. To be honest, some of those bum guns are so strong. I mean, really, like if you spray your hand with it, like the back of your hand, you spray the back of your hand with the bum gun, and it'll hurt your skin. So you have to be careful when you're getting in there. Do we need to start on that already? What are we starting this early? Overnight, your teeth turn brown, but I never drunk out of the tap in Thailand. Also in Australia, it tastes bad, but in New Zealand, it's fine. You you learn to wink. Yeah, get that brown eye winking. Speaking of brown eye, or winking rather, one of my favorite photographers died 2 days ago. I just found out last night. He's a guy from New York. He's a New Yorker. His name was Ricky Powell, and he was known as being this big hip hop photographer. And he photographed like Andy Warhol on the street, and he photographed guys like Lawrence Fishburne, and LL Cool J and the Beastie Boys. He was like considered another one of the Beastie Boys. I just found out he died, and they just did a documentary on him like 6 months ago, and I watched it on YouTube. It was on YouTube one time only, and I was like, I want to watch it because I like the guy. He was all right, He's an average Joe, and he was just walking around. He was like, I got this camera here, and it's like I just carry around with me this little camera, and I actually have the camera because I thought, wow, that thing is fantastic. It's lightweight, it's plastic, but it's got a great lens on it. So anyway, he passed away. He was only 59 years old, and he died from heart failure. So I don't know what exactly happened, but maybe it was bad water. I don't know. Bad New York water. Longhorns, I'm trying to diet. Can I have your line? I'm not dieting. Didn't he have a shoe line? I don't think it was his line. I think he was photographing for like Pony and maybe Converse. He photographed Sofia Coppola not long ago for, I think it was Converse. Maybe it was Pony. But, he was pretty popular. He had this logo of, like he made himself into a character. I mean, and I think maybe it was because of laziness, which, is understandable. He had like a Yankees hat or something on, and then he would have his glasses, and he'd have a little transistor radio, and, he used to smoke a lot of weed. And so his big thing was he would put his hand up like this, like he was smoking something, even though he wouldn't be. That was just like on his logo or whatever. And, I've been waiting for him to come out with some new stuff on his website and everything, and then he didn't. I was like, what the fuck, man? Then I find out, oh, well, he passed away. This shit happens. But, it was weird because I just saw this documentary, and I actually talked to the guy who was his business manager. And then I find out that they had gotten close over time, and he had really helped this guy, this photographer, because I guess he made some money in the beginning, and was living the high life pretty much. And then, things got back to normal when I guess the Beastie Boys kind of, things calmed down for them. They weren't as popular. And I guess that happens, So he just kind of got stuck in a rut. And in the documentary, it looked like, oh, the guy's doing all right, man. All right. It's good to see, Anyway, his name was Ricky Powell. And if you want to look him up, just look up Ricky Powell photographer or, Fourth Beastie Boy or something like that, and you'll find it. All right. Well, let me get back to this news here, if I can here. What was I talking about? The water. All right. So they're pissed off about the water. Now, people might be pissed off about this if this happens. Bangkok SkyTrain threatens a shutdown. The SkyTrain operator, Bangkok Mass Transit System, BTSC, on Monday handed an ultimatum to the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration, BMA. Uh, I don't. I've always seen the BMA having some kind of an issue. Pay its 30 billion. That's 1.3 billion Singapore dollars. Plus debt within 60 days or face suspension of Green Line services. The debt over 9.6 billion in wages for operating the Green Line extension since 2018 and purchase of a train operating system worth over 20 billion. The government is yet to respond to the BMA's earlier request for Green Line funding. The extension of the BTSC's Green Line concession for another 30 years until 2059 was delayed for more than 1 year because government legal advisors said the extension may violate public-private partnership rules, while the Transport Ministry said the fare ceiling was too high. And if you know anything about what's going on right now, they've already raised the prices of some of the fares on the SkyTrain, and people are pissed off. They don't like that. What is this? Heart disease death has gone way down during the COVID. Yeah. I don't know what the deal was. I mean, yeah, I don't know what the deal was. I'd like this. I'd like to find out and see exactly what it was. Could be that those stats are mixed with COVID deaths. Yeah. Thank you, Johnny. Don't be afraid to hit the thumbs up. I know there's people out there that, they never do or they never subscribe, that kind of thing. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed and you left a thumbs up. You don't have to hit the notification button. That way you're not going to get bombarded with, every subscription you have. I never understood that. You subscribe and then, you log into your YouTube and you see like a couple of videos come up from people that you're subscribed to. Okay, that's one thing. But, the notification, even for me, it's just too much. I don't have notifications set for anybody. It shows some love. The government will make them stay open, wouldn't they? Too important to commerce, etc. Well, I don't know how it works between let me see something here. I mean, the BTSC is the Bangkok Mass Transit System. Yeah, I mean, this is an I don't know what you call it, something dispute, interagency dispute. And, I don't see how they could do that. Man, people would be, imagine, the water's fucked up. You can't get around on the SkyTrain. The hotels are all shut down in Pattaya, or at least they were. No tourists are allowed in. I just want things to get better. That's what I want. I want things to get better. I want some positivity. Seriously. I just want a little positivity. Can we see that? Hey, we got the new sexy strategy coming your way. It's the new tourism strategy for Thailand. Sexy, baby. You know what? Just make everybody who comes in have the vaccine. Commerce. Doing business. It's about doing business. Commerce mean business. Wake up, chowderheads. Listen, I gotta do a little video, a little chowderhead video about a guy. I got a letter. This was about 5 years ago. Whew. Chowderhead, big time. LOL. In truth, I've wondered about that my whole life. E-commerce, e-business, buying and selling, baby. That's what it's all about. Speaking of buying and selling, get 15% off your t-shirt now. T-shirt or coffee mug, anything in there. I got to revamp that whole thing. I'm a little bit pissed off now at my t-shirt provider. I'm a little irritated, a little bit frustrated. And I'll tell you why. You put up new shirts, they're saying they're having a problem with YouTube. And YouTube is not doesn't have the manpower to work on this right now. And so you put up a couple of new shirts. Those new shirts will not show as they normally would. If you have new stuff come up, it will pop up into your. You can set it to pop up. And if it pops up, then people are more apt to see it and buy it, right? But if they don't, then they won't. Where the hell is it? Yeah, it isn't. It is. And, well, I now I remember that it is. And the reason that I know it is because it's in San Francisco. It's in Pelosi land. Is that relation of e-begging? Commerce? No. I never got the whole e-begging. I guess if you go on and you go, I got to stay here and I don't have any way to stay here, so please help me. I need money. I don't want to leave and go back home. I need to stay another week because my girlfriend, she told me if I stay, she'll love me long time. Send money. Okay. What are you getting from that guy? Nothing. To me, that's e-begging. So I guess it's maybe you could consider it a function of e-commerce. But on the whole, no. Not. Where is your t-shirt provided? Yes. Well, now you know. Now I know. Exactly. Now I know, and now I know like what's happening. They can't get their act together. I have another provider, but I didn't want to have to switch. And this is integrated into the YouTube system, which makes it very easy. It actually keeps track of everything. But when you put up a new shirt and you want to be able to put that up to where people can see it, you can't do it here. It's not working. It's not updating. And so it's been a problem for a while. And I wrote them and they said, oh, just bear with us. That was like, 10 days ago. Usually it's like, bear with us for 24 hours, maybe 48 hours at the most. That doesn't happen. Hasn't happened now. All right, so let's see here. We went over the Scuzzy water. We went over this SkyTrain thing. All right, here's a good one. We're talking about Patty again. He married her and brought her home. Thinking about long-distance relationship thing was not so bad. Yeah, the long-distance relationship can be good. You just turn a blind eye. I don't care what she's doing. You wear protection when you come back. Oh, baby, I missed you. She's like, oh, my darling. After a week, you're like, oh, I got to go back. She's like, oh, I'll miss you. Yeah, I'll miss you too. Johnny, my fingers are stiff every goddamn day. Really. My fingers, my hips, my knees. I'm. Yeah. It's only in about the last year I've really started to feel my age. Anyway, let's not get into that. Let's talk about the expats scammed. Yes, I said scammed by a Pattaya bank. Wow. A group of foreigners and their Thai wives in Pattaya have filed a complaint against an assistant branch manager of a commercial bank on fraud charges after he had allegedly taken money from their accounts. That'd be a dead motherfucker. I can tell you that right now. That guy, if he doesn't get his shit together, boy, he better have some plenty of safe houses. Around a dozen foreigners and their wives on Tuesday filed a complaint with Police Colonel Pisit Pulsap, chief of Pattaya Police Station, against Mr. Chaisit Sapanpun, a former assistant manager of a bank branch in Pattaya. Some of them accused him of allegedly duping them into, also accused him, of allegedly duping them into investing some funds, causing them to lose money. Now, I don't know about that. The complainants said they had deposited their retirement funds at the Pattaya branch, and Mr. Chaiset had helped them with the deposits, withdrawals, and passbook updates for several years. The irregularities were found when some of them updated their passbooks at other branches. They found that the balances did not match what was shown in their passbooks. When they showed the passbooks and the transfer slips as evidence, they were told that documents were not the versions currently used by the bank. Some of them were also persuaded by the man to invest in mutual funds, which he claimed had given high returns. If it sounds too good to be true, there's a sucker every minute. The victims did not suspect anything, since the man held a high position of assistant branch manager at the time. Is that a high position? Really? Is that a high position? Assistant branch manager? That's kind of like assistant manager at McDonald's. That's a high position. What's underneath that? Line manager? Bank teller? I don't know. I would have been a little leery. Comes to that money, man. I'm a leery motherfucker. When it comes to the government, people in charge, I'm a little bit leery. That's why you don't trust authority. You grow up distrusting authority. I think that's the best way. In some cases. Some of them, okay, blah, blah, blah. The damage was estimated, at tens of millions of baht, according to the complainants. Police Colonel Pisit said the bank had already filed a lawsuit against Mr. Chaisit on theft charges after it found he had used the outdated versions of passbooks and the documents to serve customers instead of destroying them as required by bank procedures. He is now being detained at Pattaya court after a bail request was rejected, according to the Pattaya police chief. Wow, so they rejected his bail. So he ain't going anywhere. Yeah, exactly. Mutual fund, their investment, it's about greed. Listen, everybody wants to make money. Let's all invest in a pig farm, a bar, or even a mobile food vendor. Hey, there you go, baby. The burger box. I don't know. I think that could be a good deal, but how much money are you really going to make? You're going to have to do the work yourself, or have somebody like your kid working with you. That way you don't have to pay a lot of money out. All you're doing is paying for gas, insurance, and then your product, the meat. People trust titles, job positions, don't know why, just another person. I don't trust anything anymore. Really, I don't trust it until the fat lady sings. When it comes to that vaccine, everybody, are you going to take that? It changes the DNA. It does this. It does that. I'm not saying that I want to take that fucking thing. Who wants to get shot? Who wants to get any shot? Hey, man, come on, give me that shot. I'm looking forward to it. How many people look forward to getting a shot in the ass or having their blood taken? I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to go to the hospital today, and I'm going to have my blood drawn. Yeah, from my hand. And you know what? I know it's going to be painful, but I'm waiting for it with bated breath. You know what I mean? Like, nobody wants that shit. I don't want it. And every day that goes by, I look at it, there's some other guy who's getting a shot right now, or some other lady getting a shot right now. And if they make it, hopefully that means I'm going to make it when I get my shot. I am a little concerned about where I'm going to get my shot and what kind of money they're going to charge to get this shot. Oh, it's going to be $1,000 for foreigners. Hot dog carts for sale. Get one fast as they're selling quick. Hot dogs in New York and Coney Island, baby. Those things are the way to go. But that I don't know how much they sell them for now. What are they, like $5 a pop? $10 for a hot dog? Gennaro, do they still sell hot dogs anywhere in like LA? I don't remember seeing them anywhere except maybe Venice Beach. I will have the shot because then I will be able to go back to some form of real life. Hopefully. That's the other thing. What good is getting the vaccine if when you travel you still have to quarantine for 2 weeks? So hopefully the Thais will come to that. They'll come to their senses and realize that, like, hey, I just got my shot. I'm supposed to be okay. But when I go into Thailand, I'm not okay. I'm going to have to quarantine. Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. The longer you wait, then the better. To me. You wait. Yesterday's stream was comedy gold. I guess. I felt like Robert and Patia Peter are kind of like, I don't want to say Heckle and Jekyll, because Heckle and Jekyll, they're so far back and they're not really what I consider funny. They're just flat out mean. I can't say Laurel and Hardy because they don't have, the body types don't match up. But maybe Laurel and Hardy, yeah, that'd be good. They're the Laurel and Hardy of Patia. Yes, they do. Pink's is in LA is famous for hot dogs. I wonder, I went to Beverly Hills or Hollywood or somewhere, and I vaguely remember them having little hot dogs. They were tiny little places. Shots or taking my blood never, but it didn't bother me. I don't give a shit. Most of the needles they stick in you, they're nothing. But it's not something that you look forward to. It's not something you go, whoo, yeah, baby, I can't wait for the first of the month because I'm getting a shot in my ass with a big old 21 gauge needle. Nobody says that. Now, you may say, I'm looking forward to getting the vaccine because then that way I'll be able to travel and maybe I'll get back to normal life. But will you really be able to get back to normal life? I don't know. Bill and Boobs, excellent adventure. Yesterday, I missed out, was looking out for my sweetheart. She went missing, so I dispatched the neighbor's cat. Speaking of cat, my cat, he's figured out a way to get out of the house now, out through the back. So the wife is like, we have to keep the back door closed at all times or he'll get out. I'm like, he's going to get out eventually. But he's a baby. He's not that much of a baby. Put a tracking collar on the little thing. Takes a few weeks after the second shot to become immune, and it's still not 100%, but enough to reduce symptoms and slow the spread, I hope. Well, again, we'll see. I hope so too. I really do. Because if those vaccines aren't effective enough, then that's not good news. All right, so now, moving onwards, because, time is money and time is a wasting. And right now we're at the, how many minute mark? We're at the 72-minute mark. We got 90 minutes. Longhorns has laid down the law. Just what we needed, customs and anal entrance exam. Yeah, can you can you imagine coming in through immigration, and they say, please visit the anal probing area. And you got everybody lined up next to each other, and they're all sticking the little probe in there and lovingly and tenderly rotating the thing. And, oh, it smells. Don't have COVID. No smell. You got it, buddy. It's fucking horrible, man. Thanks a lot, Bruce, for bringing that subject right into the forefront immediately. Now, we got something more important to talk about than anal probing, and that is that alcohol sellers, they are wasting beer by emptying kegs outside of the health ministry so that they can protest the COVID rules. People are losing a shitload of money, man. Can you imagine? Bar owners and breweries in Bangkok have come together to register their frustration at ongoing COVID-19 restrictions by emptying kegs of beer outside the Ministry of Health. Yesterday's protest action comes a week after the coalition of alcohol sellers called on health officials to ease the rules that are having a severe impact on their livelihoods. In a protest they called Justice Poured Out. I love how they always come up with these little catchy campaign slogans. Representatives of bars and breweries emptied around 12 kegs of spoiled alcohol down the drain in front of the Department of Disease Control offices. All right, at least it was spoiled booze. I welcome an anal entrance exam. Keep away people that aren't committed. You can only come into Thailand if you're truly committed. That's what. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, it's pollution. That's what it is. It's the pollution. Oh, I hate lines, too. All right, let me go on here. Yeah. Beer. You know what they should do is they just, you have to pay, right, for this test. And with the test, you get a nice mug of beer. So you get the COVID anal probe, and you get and at the same time you get a mug of cold beer. Achirawas Wanasri Sawas from the Craft Beer Association says the protest was to highlight amount of beer going to waste as a result of the ongoing sales ban. He says over 300 venues and 5,000 individuals in the Bangkok metropolitan area have been impacted by COVID-19 restrictions that are currently losing around 150 million baht a month. Wow. That's a lot of money. The group is proposing that officials allow bars to reopen and restaurants to serve alcohol, provided safety measures are in place, such as social distancing, no dancing, and no sharing of glasses. Yeah, how are you going to prevent that? People don't even hardly, some people social distance, but, it's just like yesterday, or day before yesterday, a couple girls come in, they sit down next to each other, and they're like, oh, please, you can't sit down next to each other. It's like, yeah, well, we were just sitting down next to each other outside and at our house, but now we can't sit down. Okay, whatever. So she moves over. That's social distancing. But, not everybody does that. No dancing. If you remember, Tian was dancing in Starbucks the other day. No sharing of glasses. Alcohol representatives are also demanding additional reforms, such as the removal of the advertising ban and lifting the restrictions on hours of sale. All right, let's get back to these messages. Prostate, yeah, prostate. Gennaro, you're still awake, mate. Hey, man, he's committed. He is committed. I need a prostate check, never had one, and I'm 46 next week. Well, they're great fun there, Jared. Great fun. The last time the doctor said, I'm not going to enjoy this any more than you are, and I go, well, you better not enjoy it at all then. Get a COVID, prostate, and colonoscopy all in one exam. I did hear beer, though. Yeah, didn't you? Which would you take? Which would you rather have? The drink or the girl named Beer? Which one do you want? You want a cold beer on a hot day, or do you want a beer? Oh, yeah, that's a way to. You can spread people out real quick with the right fart. Pass a little wind. Well, the thing is, if somebody doesn't have the COVID, then they're going to run. If you're the last man standing, then oops, I got it. I guess I better hit the doctors. Cold beer. That figures. See, what I would do is I would have the girl and then have her go get me a beer. Everybody wants the beer, not the girl. I love it. I'm going to have to tell her that. They're so committed to you. They think so highly of you that while they like you, they like a nice cold brewski a lot better than you. Oh, man. All right, so we'll see what happens with that one. What is this one? The expats lose their money. Yeah, that's a scam. Let's see, what is this? Oh, I love this one. The Better Business Bureau in the United States, Better Business Bureau, is urging people to avoid sharing their COVID-19 vaccination card on social media. Hey, look at me. I got vaccinated. Unfortunately, your card has your full name and birthday on it, as well as information about where you got your vaccine. If your social media privacy settings aren't set high, you may be giving valuable information away for anyone to use. Fucking social media. No probing. Oh, you get a blood prostate. Are you having trouble peeing or making wee-wee go woo-woo? Hi, Johnny. That was a hilarious remark. Still laughing. Which one? For the benefits there's doing. Oh, man. You better hope you're good. They go roto rooting you out there, man. You're going to be in big trouble. Man, that is, listen. That's a pretty, that's not a very nice test, It's not always done lovingly and gently. Lube her up and dig away. Dig in. And then there's the obligatory paper towel to wipe your ass with. And of course they stand there. I'm like, you want to fucking turn around? Oh, man. I don't know. Is it the blood test? Yeah, but it's also, it is the PSA test is a blood test. But they still got to stick it in there and, I don't know. maybe my doctor liked me. I don't know. When I get back to Thailand, I'm going to get those hoses checked, basically everything. Bruce, what are you doing to me? He's got really big fingers. The next time you're, you got some chick on the line and you're like, did you screw that guy? Oh, no, I never. And then you see the guy and you go, God damn, he's got huge hands. He didn't have to screw her. He just stuck his middle finger in her and that was it. She thought she had an 8-incher in her. couple of mates have terminal illnesses, just playing it safe. Good reason to. Listen, when I heard about this photographer passing away from heart failure, it definitely made me think. And the way I felt lately, I've been thinking about it. I thought, Jesus Christ, I gotta, you got, your body is, what is it, the religious saying that they say? Your body is your temple or something like that. Look back and cough. Look back at me and cough. All right, I'm going to take one more poll today. How long is the perfect sit-down stream? I'm not talking about a walk-around. A walk-around, I'll ask that later. I'm asking right now because we're running out of time. I don't have much time. Time's a wasted. Listen, to me, it's just like another form of entertainment, religion. I mean, it's all, I understand. If somebody wants to be religious, that's on them. That's perfect, I got 3 choices. 1 hour, 90 minutes, or 2 hours. Oh, Longhorns likes 2 hours. He's just trying to see if I'll go to 2 hours. That's what it is. I might have to go like professional here. You're saying an hour and a half to 3 hours. 2 hours. Yeah, see, I think 2 hours, I think between an hour and a half and 2 hours is perfect. I'm talking about the sit-down streams. The sit-down streams. The talking head kind of thing where I'm sitting here just like I am right now. Whether it's I'm here or I'm at, say, Starbucks. If you want people to watch the non-live upload. I don't know if that's true, to be honest. 90 minutes is still a long time for people to go back and look through things. There are times when I can go through certain subjects and just timestamp them. I can do that. But other times, I do study my analytics. The analytics show that most people, the average person watches for 25 to 30 minutes. But then if I was to go to 25 or 30 minutes, the way that it'll work is it will go down and it'll be like the average person watches 14 minutes. Oh, God damn it. What is this bullshit? We have one choice, 2 hours, because if we pick 1 hour, hour and a half, it'll never last past 1 week. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows. Some guys go for hours, way too long. Well, that's what my wife says. She says, why do you have to go so long? Why? I'm like, because I like it. It's fun. She's like, but don't you get tired? Okay, the stream out and about a few hours. A sit down and say an hour, hour and a quarter. Okay. That's not really enough, Johnny, for me. And I'll tell you why. Mainly because not everybody comes in right at 9 o'clock. Not anyone can. The other thing is that I am going to put a poll up is the times. I'd like to do an evening stream like once a week, I think if you do a 5-hour stream, just go out and cut out the good bits and upload them individually. Yeah. Stamina. Well, that's the problem is I don't have as much stamina as I used to, even about 6 months ago. Something's up with me. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the pollution. Maybe do 90 minutes, but if you have multiple guests, go longer as they can all chime in. Exactly. Yeah, you see, he just got here. He's got things to do. People got things to do other than be on the stream. I mean, It does depend on the chat and reaction. Out and about can be longer. The thing with the out and about is that obviously sometimes things don't start at a particular time. You know, I can say, oh, I'm going to be there at 9 o'clock, but they don't open until 10:30. So I do the stream, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll start the stream at 9. You really want to start the stream at the same time. You know, like the evening stream idea. Old age. Well, listen, if it's an evening stream, I'm going to have to do it at like 7 or something. Well, thank you, Jared. Somehow I like to think that some of the streams that I do alone are still humorous, but then maybe I'm just dreaming. I don't know. What the crap? There you go. You see? All I got to do is have somebody like Mr. Minash come in, and it's over. Shit! I didn't have my coffee again this morning. No wonder. I thought to myself, man, I feel a little sluggish right now. Seriously, I was thinking, I feel a little sluggish right now. And then I thought, you know what? I was going to do my coffee while the music was playing. Forgot. That's, there it is, man. Old age. Well, people sub and get their reminders. So turn up. Dementia, yes. Mr. Monash, welcome to the out row or to the outhouse. I feel if I take a crap, the day has not been completely wasted. Well, then my day is not wasted. I said I'd start this stream at 8:45, and at about 8:40, nature called. Yes, you have to think of your audience time-wise. Well, that's why I want to do a poll. Because I get the same people now, but every once in a while I'll get some guy who'll go, God, I wish you would stream at night, or I wish you could stream a little bit later. And I can't, be everywhere at all times. Like, I don't want to stream 10 times. There are people out there that stream like 2-3 times a day, and I don't really want to do that. It's like I do have some kind of a life besides YouTube. All right, let me do something here. Hang on 1 second here. I'm gonna have to change this. All right, there we go. That should work. You can just hit the refresh button. What is this? I saw anal swab. Anytime I see that, I'm like, whoa, whoa. What time would you stream at night? Midnight? What are you fucking kidding me? Midnight? Vitamin C, glass water, crap shower, clean teeth, 1.25 hours to tape paperwork so far. I don't want to tell you what I did this morning. It's a secret. Secret. Yelled at the cat. I did take a crap. There you go. Had some water. Made myself a acai pineapple blueberry with muslix cereal breakfast. You can please some of the people. Some of the time you cannot please all the time. Please yourself. Yeah. Well, I please myself. Fell right into that one. I please myself. But I do think that once in a while the evening streams might be good. Keep busy. That's the key. Nothing to eat yet. Maybe Longhorns. I'm thinking the stream maybe would have to be somewhere around. Let's see if it was It has to be like 9 or 10 o'clock or something, you know? No Vegemite. All right, well, let me see what else I got over here. Oh, oh yeah. About we were going on about these cards. Now, one thing that I saw here, the Better Business Bureau noted that the personal information from the cards, which are used to track who has and hasn't been vaccinated, can be used by scammers to create and sell imitation cards. The Better Business Bureau cited reports of individuals in Great Britain who were caught selling fake cards on eBay and TikTok. This fucking TikTok, even that word bothers me. It's only a matter of time before similar cons come to the United States and Canada, the Better Business Bureau added. Rather than posting your COVID-19 vaccination card to social media, hey, look at me, how cool I am. I've got my vaccination. And I posted it on Facebook. What the Why would people do that? The Better Business Bureau recommends sharing your vaccine sticker or using a frame around your profile picture. So everybody who's got a frame around their profile picture now is supposedly vaccinated. Let me bring this over here. Pleasing yourself, yes. This is this is the perfect time for Aussies. Way he read that makes it sound like I wanted to eat. Hottie alert over your right shoulder. She was a cute little thing. There's another one that I photographed who was playing around with these umbrellas. This one was in the, I went with Nanda many years ago to this place, and it was like, it's kind of like the Thai version of, what the hell is it called? The Ancient City, where they show a little bit of every province in certain areas, but it's just a miniature version. Like they might show a house and how people live. And then in this other area, they'll show the women and how they dress. This girl was in one of the little areas. And anyway, I went many years ago and I said to him, why don't we go back to that place? I don't remember it. And, the second time I was like, oh, okay, this place. It was all right. It wasn't as good as the first time. But she was there. And then I don't remember I don't think he was with me, but I went to some place farther in the south, and I did have a guide. He was just a driver, basically. And he took me to these temples. I don't even remember the name of the place, but I went behind the temples. I'm always walking around like where there's not many people walking around. I just wanted to check it out. And I saw this wall, and this girl was standing there, and her boyfriend, or somebody, I don't know who the hell he was, her friend, was taking photos of her. And then they were talking. It was like the guy and some other girl or something off to the side, and they were all talking to her. So I kind of was walking by, and I thought, oh, she's kind of cute. So I started taking photos of her. And she was a young girl, like, 20 years old. This one, I don't know how old she is. Who knows? I've got hottie fever. The lockdown has been really good for me. What? If you want to share it, just edit the picture to hide your name, etc. It's not complicated at all. But like, it's kind of like, hey, I'm vaccinated now. All y'all motherfuckers who ain't vaccinated, you can all kiss my ass and get away from me. I can go anywhere I want. It's like, what's the point? Did you see my Facebook? I showed on Facebook that I've been vaccinated. I forgot my vaccination card. All you have to do is go to my Facebook page. I can see that happening. Yesterday, Alex asked me if I knew what a Karen was. And I go, yeah. And I said, what's the male version? It's like a Ken? And he goes, no, it's a Chad. He's learning all these things, and I'm like, oh, God. Lockdown's been good for me, allowed me to regroup. Well, I wish I could regroup. Every time I do a live stream, by the time I'm done, I'm like, all right, now what do I got to do? I'm confused again. When I wake up, I'm like, all right, I got to do this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go. No, you know what? I got to live stream first. And then, my brain is jumbled. Two more days. Just look in the mirror, Gennaro, 555. That's a G-Shock Longhorns. What is this? Get used to it now. They started going to be the normal as long as they keep paying me. Exactly. Kind of like you don't show your credit card at Pizza Connection on a stream. Simple. Actually, I looked. It wasn't shown. It's not Pizza Connection. Have you seen the 2015 Gates give a prison? I don't know. Carrot is actually what I specified for gender. That's great. We're here on this channel. We call it triangles, circles, and rectangles. So guess what the rectangle is? And what the triangle is? And what is the circle? There are two circles, actually. Two circles. That'll be my logo. Two circles, like with a rectangle in through it, surrounded by a triangle. The power of the triangle. Regroup. That's like watching the days of our lives. Oh, man. Upside down triangle, to be sure. The triangle a go-go. How about the shot? That's the rectangle. Well, why is it wrong way up, Stephen? It could be that way. He could be involved in, some specific position. Yeah, well, the thing with the pyramid is that a pyramid is like 3D. I guess a triangle could be 3D, or a vagina could be 3D. Hi, my name is Wagina. Oh, God. The show about nothing. Here we are. Don't forget about those T-shirts. I gotta push it. If I'm gonna sit here and piss away time talking about fucking upside down triangles, I gotta talk about my shirts too, or my coffee cups, or whatever the fuck I'm selling on there. Might as well go 2 hours at least. Not too late to turn back time now. Well, wait a minute. The stream says 2 hours. It says 2 hour streams, no more. Plus, like no more than that. Plus, sexy Thailand. What is with this chick and the circle around? I'm gonna have to circle back around on that one. Guys, I'm going to have to circle back around on your discount code. Guys, I'm going to have to circle back around the length of the stream. Guys, I'm going to have to circle. What the fuck, man? She sounds like a complete idiot. She ain't no Kaylee McEnany. Depends on if you are operating hips down or between the legs. Who knows? It could be triangle to triangle. Let's not rule that out. To each his own. Man. Cylinder into triangle. It could be cylindrical. Sound like a circle jerk. What is this now? I brought that word up the other day, triangle, and now everyone has a fascination with the triangle. I'm going to have to make some kind of a shirt. Power of the triangle. Build back better. America last. I need a coffee, goddammit. You know, you guys can still talk here. I'm going to go down and make my coffee. All right? Hang on a second. You might like this. Hello? Whoa. Hello? Hello? What does it say? Hot cross buns already being sold. What? What if I have to pee, Johnny Siam? See, why do we talk about these subjects? We got my kid here. He's He's just a little boy. How old are you now? 4?
5.
He did say stream. Well, it's hard to catch up here. What is this? Fireman, for fuck's sake. Go with the flow. Hot cross buns. Getting kinky. You fly to Bangkok from Perth. Do you have to make a connection? No, most of those cities have flight. He's awake. What the crap, young man?
Yeah, what the crap?
What the crap?
Mm-hmm.
You're not allowed to swear. You know what happens when you swear, don't you?
Why? What happened?
You catch a beating.
Oh,
You catch a beating.
okay. What the crap?
Anyway, this is young Nicholas.
Hello.
Hello, France.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Parlez-vous français? Progress of a kind. I am drinking water, not Coke.
You should be doing that.
What? I don't drink Coke. I don't drink Coke.
It's not true.
I drink. Smell good?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's saying hello.
Yeah.
You're a welcome
Hello.
addition, man. They like it when I'm not in the stream. Joseph, oui, je parle français, and I like frogs. Soy Dog Cowboy says, yo, Nicholas.
Yo. Soy dog, cowboy.
Soy Doggy. How's the music going? Yeah, how is your music going?
Pretty good.
Yeah, you're catching up on the guitar to Alex, you think?
Yeah.
But he's still better than you, right?
Now.
Huh? You can play solos now? Yeah. Oh, yeah, you know what? You got to tell Alex that he needs to get that song to me.
The Milky.
The what? The Milky Way, yes. The Under the Milky Way. That song's supposed to be done today. So you get to hear my lovely voice. Huh, Nikki? It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah, very terrible.
You see? I'm like the guy William Hung on American Idol. Remember that guy? Like a Chinese guy, or was he Taiwanese? William Hung? He
Yeah.
released a fucking album. The guy's like a multi-millionaire now. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Is that all it takes? Just sing shitty, and then everybody likes you.
It's luck, I guess.
Under the Boardwalk was better. Yeah, that's true. Just as well, you cannot see us, Nicholas. We have had better days. Yeah, you're young. You need to, like, sit in there. See? There you go. He's young and starting to be a little bit handsome, although the girls like him for whatever reason. Just as well, you cannot see Nicholas. We've had better days. Yeah.
Mhm.
Under the Boardwalk. Every time I think of Under the Boardwalk now, I think of The Sopranos. When Tony Soprano started singing Under the Boardwalk, and he was saying that his sister was blowing roadies or something like that, and the new husband was getting pissed off. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's talking shit about Byfern.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Not cool, Billy. Not cool.
Are you still asleep? You need some coffee?
Yeah, maybe.
You're going to drink some of my coffee?
Sip, maybe.
You can have a sip.
Really.
I know you're not going to like it. Have you ever drank coffee before, my espresso?
Not this time. I
What?
drink iced coffee.
That's not the same. Iced coffee's for babies. You really want to be a man? Drink espresso with no sugar in it. That's what men drink. Ain't that right?
Tea.
Byfern is not all that.
She is all that.
Is she on a pedestal?
Vibes.
You put her on a pedestal. Is she a princess to you?
No. Maybe not. I don't know.
What did I teach you? Don't put him on a pedestal.
Pedestal.
That's right.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, God. What is this shit? Hang on a second.
Sleeping.
I gotta see something here. What's Big Brother doing?
Yeah, he's sleeping.
He might be with Byfern.
I never see him.
Hooking up with chicks.
Yeah.
You never see him hooking
He
up
never
with chicks.
talks about girls in his class.
He's not he doesn't kiss and tell. Mark Wines drinks. Oh, fuck off. Mark Wines drinks his coffee black. The strongest are the Robustas. Does Nicholas like Dad's t-shirt? What do I got on right now? Oh, yeah, Wake Up Chowderhead.
Yeah, it's good.
Just a half a cup of coffee, but very strong. This is 2 ounces of coffee. It's actually 14 ounces. I think it's 14 grams of coffee and 2 ounces of water. Alex is the oldest. He is 20 years old. And he just cut his hair.
Yeah.
He does not look the same. Actually, don't I have it on here? Let me see here. Uno momento. See if you can see this here. We're at what? 154 now? I don't want to show that one. All right. This is Alex looking somber as always. He never likes to smile for some reason. In a photo. When do you ever see him smile in a photo? He doesn't smile.
Yeah, he doesn't smile. Is that John Lennon?
Yeah. There's Alex. And there's Sean Lennon and John Lennon. There is a similarity. How old is Nicholas? Yeah, how old are you?
10?
He's 10 years old. No, he's 17.
18.
Are you?
Yeah.
You were born... Yeah, he is. He's 18. I forgot about that. See, I was graduated when I was 17. He's still in school. It's his last... It's his last term.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have approval from Longhorns to go a little bit past. Good. He does look a little bit like one of the Lennons. All right, here's how it works, Monash. Who looks more like Dad or Mom? Alex's face is the shape of his mother's. Nicholas is more like mine when I was a little younger and skinnier. But the shape, the bone shape. But Nicholas's personality is the same as his mother's. And Alex's is the same as mine. He's a grumpy old man.
Yeah.
Nicholas, what is this question? What did you think when your father sacked you from looking after the coffee maker? He's back. He's got to work at it now. He's fucking loading them up every morning. He got fired once, though. Right?
I don't know.
Was it laid off? I think he got laid off. What university? A university in Bangkok. Yoko, 6 bullets and not one. Ugh, you're horrible. Yeah, I remember you saying Nicholas gives short answers. Tell him nothing, son. Exactly. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You only tell him what you have to. You be mysterious. Listen, your mother taught me that. When I was working as a journalist, she used to tell me, don't be too friendly with these people. Don't let them get to know you. Where's your glasses? You don't wear your glasses?
Woke up.
He's not awake. Probably more like you when you're not looking. He is a little devilish little thing. Alex is sweet. He just likes to be the boss because Nikki is his baby brother.
Control freak.
He's a control freak.
Yeah.
So what's the name of your band? Have you figured it out yet?
Not yet.
How about Chip Off the Old Block?
That's a cool name.
It's too long.
There's a bunch of bands with long names
Really?
when they do
Like
good.
who? The Strokes?
No. Well, Strokes kind of cool.
He likes the Strokes.
The Strokes and Arctic Monkeys.
Arctic Monkeys. They're not really my speed, Arctic Monkeys. I like the Strokes, though. Nicholas, you have your whole world in front of you. Enjoy life. How many girlfriends? We have your whole life in front of you. So what's your, the Triangle Band? I love that.
Triangle?
The Triangles. Well, if you're the Triangles, then you know what that means you are, right?
Right.
The Triangle. Remember I made the little... Was that with Alex? That was with Alex. Alex did that. You know, the triangle. Regina. It's the shape of a triangle.
I thought you were talking about like Triangle, like Pink Floyd.
No. Yeah, that's what it was. How many girlfriends you got?
3
3?
or 4, maybe.
You're not sure?
4?
Well, you don't have any serious ones.
No.
Those are just the ones that they kind of like you or you like them. You shave this shit off already?
Yes. And it kind of grows on this side.
That's
only
why you
on
got to
this
make
side.
sure you shave it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ignore them. He's thinking about music, and you guys are thinking vulgar thoughts. I don't know who ever came up with this thing that the triangle was something vulgar.
Yeah, Dark Side of the Moon.
Why you no send me pictures? Do you even send him messages anymore?
Yeah.
When?
I do. Like, I talked to him yesterday or something.
Yesterday? About what? By Fern?
Yeah.
He was giving you shit about By Fern? He didn't even tell me.
He told me she was nothing or something like that.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like her. Well, she is a bit thin. She's a little whiffy. You know, I'm not into her that much. I mean, she is a good-looking Thai girl, but there are better. Believe me.
Yeah.
There are more well-rounded, so to speak. But she's very, very cute. She's a good-looking woman, no doubt. Nobody's going to say she's ugly.
Mm-hmm.
So you would do fine to be with her. But so we're going to. Oh man, this is not comfortable. Why aren't you doing this and I'm sitting there? I'm the boss.
You want me to sit here?
Nah, you were the one who was crying about it.
I wasn't crying. You were crying.
You were whining. What was the name of her place? The Milky Cafe?
My milk class.
My Milk Class. That's right. My Milk Class. She has her own cafe. And nobody better fucking call me there if I'm there. Monash. Because I could be talking to By Fern with my son, trying to hook him up. Isn't she with the number one bachelor guy?
I don't think she's with anyone.
She's not with anyone now?
No.
Oh, after this movie, she's just banging him. He said I woke him up while dreaming of By Fern.
Yep, I think that's true.
Really?
Yep.
You were dreaming of By Fern? No, that's it. It's over, man. Exactly. WTF. I don't even want to know. Let's just stop that right there. I don't know what you were dreaming about. He's asleep.
Shopping
You were shopping for her, or she was shopping for you?
together.
I hope you weren't buying her anything. My Milk Class, that's a triangle bar if I ever heard one. Listen, you know that there's going to be all kinds of young Thai girls that go there who look up to her. It's probably a good pickup place for you, huh?
Yeah.
You're like, hey, baby, what's up? You ain't seen me on YouTube? Don't you know who I am? What was it that you were supposed to say to the girl at the Burmese embassy when he was like, how old were you? Like 10? No, because we took a video. Or did I take a video?
No, you didn't take it.
It was like maybe you were like 7, 8 years ago. The name of the
hot or something.
Huh?
You're hot.
You're hot. He said he walked up to some Spanish girl. I knew she was speaking Spanish because I could hear her speaking Spanish. He was about, let me think, it had to be like 8, 9, 10 years ago, something like that. So you would be about, he was like 9 years old or something. And he walked up to the chick and he said something like, "Ooh, tu está muy caliente," or something like that. He said to her, "You are very hot," and she was sweating. Which is why I told him to go up and tell her. So he went up, and then she started talking to you, right? But she was like how old? Like 22, 23, something like that. She wasn't all that old, but she was too old for you at the time. All right. Where does the milk come from? Huh? You're making
From
him
cows.
You're making him blush.
From cows.
Who has bigger muscles, you or your
Me.
brother? He is actually stronger than Alex.
He might look fitter, but
I think Alex
stronger.
Alex can run faster than you. Alex is faster afoot. He can run faster than Nicholas.
But I can.
You're stronger.
Longer.
You can run longer?
Yeah.
Alex gets tired faster. Yeah, but that's because Alex is lazy. Now he's gotten lazy because he's got to do school at home and shit. He's not the same as he was before.
No.
But he still looks good. He's still ripped. Very special milk.
Cow milk are special.
We got that. Cows are special too. Cow lives matter. Have you got your sons into boxing?
Yes.
Thank you. We got him into Muay Thai and boxing a while ago. I still would like you to go to jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. There's a place near the park.
Yeah, I know. That gym, that big gym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd like to know if they're any good. If they're teaching, hopefully they're good. But I know a couple places. You know, Nicholas packs a bigger punch. You punch harder?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know, Alex. You know, because he's skinny. He's got that body.
He's got the kicks.
Alex definitely
Good
kicks.
kicks.
He kicks hard with his right leg. He kicks really hard. But he's got that lean, you know, like Alexis Arguello kind of power. He's just skinny and he has no wasted motion. His arms just where Nicholas is a little more, you know. If you cannot catch him, Nicholas, just spit. You can gain 3 meters.
Okay. Cool advice.
Good advice?
Good advice.
All right. Any other leading questions as I drink my coffee?
Coffee or tea?
Coffee or tea?
Yeah.
Don't you know it's supposed to be when you walk up to a woman, you go, coffee, tea, or me?
I'm just saying coffee or tea.
Well, I mean, you can go up to one of your girls in school and just go, good morning, girls. Coffee, tea, or me?
I would definitely trip him.
Yeah, that would be you. You're a cheater. You would cheat. Your question was blocked? What question was that? See if you can get it through somehow. Let me sit down. Damn it. Oh, man. Like you steal my seat, and then it's like I'm stuck here on my knees, which is definitely not where I belong. Ugh. All right, guess you just get down here. We'll finish our little conversation up. You can get on your knees, get down there, and the floor is wonderful. What question is that, Longhorns? Where's my phone? Or you can send it to me on the phone. What would you like to do in the future? Yeah, what would you like to do?
Get a nice motorcycle.
For work. Get
Oh,
a nice
for work?
motorcycle.
Well, he's saying
I can
what would
I
you
can
like
help
to
you
do
with
in the
that.
future?
Yeah, like what would you like to do? Buying a motorcycle, a nice motorcycle, is not really doing a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Travel, like with a
Was it?
motorcycle?
I traveled from what is it? Travel from what is it? I traveled these lands afar, but I've been everywhere. How the hell's it go? I forget. Something like that. Anyway, let me see if I get a message. No, I didn't get any message from Longhorns. Good plan. Buy a motorcycle. See, he wants a motorcycle. If I go down on a motorcycle, I mean, I really want one. I saw one of those ones. It's a Yamaha Filano.
Yeah, Japanese ones are good too.
Well, they're all Japanese.
Suzuki.
Suzuki's Japanese. Honda's
I like
Japanese.
Suzuki.
I like that. I like that Filano because it's bigger. But I also like that Italian one. Have you seen the Italian one?
Ducati?
I've seen pubic hair. What? Let's take that message down. Let's not see that. I think we've all seen pubic hair at some time or another. Wow, that was an enriching comment. That comment enriched our lives immensely.
Oh, man.
I can't get the question. 2 hours only, you see? Kid comes in, everything's forgotten. We're saying that we trying to figure out the perfect time for a stream where I'm sitting here talking and we're talking about news or whatever it is. And I'm saying between 90 minutes and 2 hours. Ask grandma to buy you a car. I ain't asking grandma to buy him anything. He's got to buy his own car. And that's the truth. Get as much of an education as you can, both in school and life. Yeah, you
Right,
see?
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
You're almost, when's your midterms?
March?
Your midterm is in March?
No, midterm. Oh, midterm is already passed.
What?
The midterm's passed.
You took your midterm already?
Yeah.
And how'd you do?
Good.
Where's the test results?
Well, it's actually online.
Well, should we go and take a look at it right now?
Well, it's not there yet.
What do you mean it's not there yet? They haven't put it up yet?
Yeah, it's not like a
When
an
did
actual midterm because like we're testing online and like some subjects the teacher wants to test like later and it's all messy. Yeah.
Okay, so there's no one class or one test? You've taken all your midterms?
No, not all midterms.
Okay, so you're still in the middle of them.
Yeah.
What is this? When is S over? Huh? Sid?
What?
When is single? When is what? When is school over?
Oh.
March.
March.
End of March?
Yeah.
Never get married. You see, you're young, so they feel like they can tell you all these things. What's your plan for women?
Never get married.
Yeah, but you got another plan. Get it moving here. You got another plan. What was the plan that you told me a long time ago?
Oh.
About saving money and
Yeah.
being a... Do you still mean that?
Well, I mean, I want to meet a lot of people.
Don't pussyfoot around it now.
Hey, boy.
I want to meet a lot of people.
I'm just saying in a good way, right?
Yeah, but you could say I want to meet a lot of women so I can, see what I really like.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I want.
Material things can be taken from you, but your education and experience cannot. That's true. Very true. Don't I know it? Sounds like the dog's eating it. Oh, like your dog's eating your homework.
Mm-hmm.
His plan was, from being a young boy, I don't know, is it still that way? Or have you already found the love of your life?
No.
Okay.
Still that way.
his plan is to save as much money as he can, sock it away. Do not inform any young ladies of how much money he has in the bank. He's always got that secret stash, and become a playboy for as long as possible with his other money while slowly stashing the cash. And then one day when he's old and he feels like the playboy days are over, the Hugh Hefner days are over. When was Nicholas Slack's birthday? November 12. You can ask it. Longer have it in me. What? Nicholas Slack.
Did you know that my birthday is the same as my time of birth?
Huh?
Afternoon,
Really?
11 minutes.
What is it? So it's
November 12th.
right. So that's 11.
Noon. Well, 12.
12.
11.
Uh-huh. So 11, 12.
Yeah, November 12th. Afternoon, 11 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. 12, 11.
Yeah.
11, 12.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
I guess.
Probably like the only person in the world to get that.
I don't think so. I don't know what the hell significance that has, but I think we're milking as much information out of Nicholas as we can. You got anything else you want to advise them on things? Being old people, got any advice for these old folks?
Just relax, chillax.
Chillax as much as possible.
Yeah.
What word is that? I've never heard that. What?
Chill and relax.
So-
Chillax.
I thought it's chillaxing.
Well, it's both.
Yeah. You notice I got a logo up there in my stream.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
It's cool.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
I had to put the white background there because it's transparent, so you wouldn't be able to see it because of this.
Mm-hmm.
I give up. Don't ever give up. Don't be in a rush to get into a relationship. There's plenty of time for that later. Work on being the best that you can be. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Right now, he still doesn't know if he's going in the military.
Well, right now I think I'm going to have to go to the university.
Oh, you've given up on going to America now?
No.
What's going
Not
on?
yet.
I haven't talked to you. I haven't talked to him about this for a couple of weeks. Well, what's in the picture? The COVID or the
Well, just wait for the COVID to,
subside?
yeah,
Mm.
be safe.
As long as you get a couple years of school in. Well, yeah, that's the other thing too. Jesus criminy, I can't see what kind of I don't know how they can there is a drawing, right? A drawing for what? We're not talking about the Thai military. We're talking about the U.S. military. You're done with your with the what do you call it? The ROTC, the junior ROTC. Are you done with that? The Marines?
No, it's the reserve army.
Yeah. Are you done with it?
Yeah,
You're done. When do you get your paper?
it's done.
You already got it. So Alex and you both have all your paperwork,
Yeah,
so you don't have to go back.
no.
Oh, well, that's good. So they don't have to go in the Thai military. Fortunately, I don't really want them doing that. Why do that when you can go into the American military and make a lot more money? Yeah, he's done now. I didn't remember that. I thought you still had to go back and pick some papers up or something.
I already did that.
When was I there?
No,
I didn't go with you.
no, you don't have to.
When did who went? You just went by yourself?
Yeah,
Your mother didn't go?
no.
Oh, I didn't know that. Because the last time we went, we got Alex's papers. Remember?
Oh, you mean getting the paper from
The
office,
Emperor
yeah.
or something.
Yeah. Oh, we did that
When was that?
long time ago.
I didn't know you got the final papers. We're just all these secrets.
Secrets. You went there with me.
I thought that you got your papers, but you had one more to get or something.
Well, that one more is the sending it to the army.
And you did that?
Yeah.
So you're okay now?
Yeah.
All right, so they don't have to go in the army. They never have to go in unless there's an emergency, right? Unless Thailand goes to war, they don't have to. They don't have to. If you do join, what branch?
Army seems like a good
Army or Navy? Or Air Force? He doesn't know.
Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and then
Coast Guard?
Coast Guard.
You don't want to go in the freaking Coast Guard.
Coast Guard sucks.
It's not that it sucks. I just don't think that you're right for being on the water. Go Air Force. You see? They use their brains. They tell all the other branches what to do. They order them around. I'm joking. Wake up, Chowderhead. All right. Anyway, you got anything else to say? You went Army.
Have a good one.
I went Army. Learn a trade that you can transfer in civilian life. Well, yeah, that's it. He feels he should have went into the Air Force. Isn't that what Grandpa told you? You know, you don't want to listen. It's your life. It's up to you. But I tell you what, don't hook up when you're in the Air Force. Listen, I don't want to see your stomach. Sit down there.
Not seeing my stomach.
This is your stomach right here. Your gut. Your beer gut.
You have a bigger gut than me.
I don't have a gut. Let me put him through boot camp and training for 1 week, see if he still wants it. I want you to do that. Yeah, I can tell you how he ended up. Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful when you go in, but the whole reason I wanted you to go in the Air Force is because I want you to use your brain, and I don't want you to get blown up or hurt, and I want you to have more of a chance. But you could go in the Navy too. I mean, there's all kinds of options. I told you before. Look for the job you want, not necessarily the branch. Full of holes, scars, and metal. That's him, Carlos. It's true story. So you got to be very careful. But and universities here so far, they're not starting to teach the whole politically correct cancel culture bullshit. Right? So hopefully they can get through, both of them can get through university without that. Alex is in what, his second term? Yeah, so Alex is almost a junior. Unbelievable, man. Just like yesterday, he was a little shit, pooping on the floor, crying, wondering what it was. Most places have a school where you can get a degree there. So, yeah, and you can get money towards your education, which is the big thing. Mm-hmm. Even over here in education costs, it ain't cheap. It adds up. It all adds up. So there'll be no flunking out from you. There'll be no Animal House parties where you get kicked out of your sorority, or what is it? Not sorority. What do they call it? Where you get kicked out of your whatever it is, and you get the boot from school or something. There will be none of that shit. How many push-ups are you doing now? You doing them every day?
No,
How many of you are you doing? Frat house, excuse me.
I can do them 40 in a row. Still the same.
40 push-ups?
Yeah.
And what about pull-ups?
Right now I can do 16.
That's it? You were up 16. To 18.
Yeah.
Show the beef. Nice. Show the beef. Where's the beef? He's starting to get a little mini muscle.
Mini muscle?
When you get pythons like these, I got the farmer's tan now. I'm everything I'd never wanted to be when I was young. I got the farmer tan. I'm fucking bald. I got a beer gut.
When did you become bald?
When I was like 19. No, I wasn't 19. I don't know. Air Force gets green leaf and red leaf lettuce in the chow hall. We get iceberg lettuce. No joke. Don't go to military and not in shape.
Yeah, I know
He's in
that.
shape. He's in pretty good shape, actually. When you squeeze, does it squeak? I squeak. He's actually getting.
You want
He's
to see what I
actually.
can do?
Oh God! Show that. I can not do that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. There's no way I can do it with this hand. Show that to a chick. Say, I'll make you.
Scream.
Huh?
She would scream.
She'll scream. She'll scream. That's what he said.
That will come in handy.
Grandma is watching this stream. You know that.
Hi, Grandma.
40 in a row, not good enough, pal. Listen, I was how old? 56, and I did 51 in a row. And I bet you, if I did it for 3 months straight, I could probably get up to 60 or 70.
Yeah.
But then, I got short, little stubby arms. See, that'll come in. All the men know about that special finger trick. And you also want to make sure a girl can fold her tongue in half and tie a cherry into a knot with her tongue.
All right.
All right, what? You got to go?
Yeah.
You're busy?
Yeah.
All right, well, stick your little face in there and say goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a good one.
There you go. Thumbs up, he's saying. All right, there we go. Once we start getting that way, he goes, let's talk about it. Time for him to go. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 6. 4. Nope. 40's not enough. Yep, 40's not enough. Listen, he almost did 18 pull-ups in a row, and I was like, are they in a row? He's like, yep, and he did. And then he went back down, and he's like, I'm only doing 15 or 16. So he got lucky. Dookie time for you or for him? It might be for him. I don't know. With you, that's too much information. Anyway, did you know the coronavirus has infected over 26.4 million Americans and killed more than 446,000 Americans since the pandemic began in March? Man, I've been coughing a lot, and hopefully that's not a sign of the COVID. I think it's just the pollution. Pollution is miserable here. Well, now it's down to 127. You did 100 on one finger. I used to do the push-ups like this. I used to do those. I could do those for a while. And I used to. There's no way I can do it now, but I used to do the ones where I forget what they call them. You go down all the way, you push up, you clap behind your back. I can't even touch my back now. I don't know how I did that. And then you touch in front and you go back down. You were coughing last time. Yeah, I'm coughing this time too. I don't know what it is. I need a full checkup. That shit costs money even here. And I need a lot of things. There's a lot of things I need to do. I need to get my nose fixed. I need to get a checkup. I got the kids to think about. We just got Alex some new glasses. All this. There's always stuff to do. This is life, Too late. What is this? Is that? what I think it is? Maybe. Hey, all right. Thank you very much there. Who is this from? Oh, there we go. It's from Mr. Thank you very much, Mr. Bilal. Thank you. Appreciate that very much. Choke D to you. I did them upside down, downward doggy. Listen, all you got to do when you get older is think about the twisted positions you used to be able to get into when you were a youngster, like with uh, your partner doing all kinds of weird stuff or whatever. Let's try it this way. Let's try it that way. Now it's it's a little more difficult. I don't have the same flexibility. Diamond push-ups are hard for people. Really? They're not all that hard for me. But you know what? My hand is really not very good right now. The best thing to do for me to do the best way for me to do push-ups is on my God damn it, on my knuckles, because my wrists are strong enough to just. I got to get with the program. It's time to get with the program. Simple as that. Nicholas never lets me forget it, and Alex, he's a freaking taskmaster, man. It's like if I try to squeeze in a little can of Coke, what are you doing? You're not supposed to have that. You can't drink that. No, he's all over me. Anyway, listen. This stream has gone on for 2 hours and a half. We had a little special circumstance, I guess. The kid came in, which was nice. I always like to hear from him. Diamond push-ups are hard for people. Where's the new comments? This is the thing. I'm still getting the hang of this. I need to, one thing I'm going to do, and I need to do this, I need to figure out the whole setup of music playing, because all you guys hear when you hear music, you just hear the music coming out of my computer. There's no speaker. I don't have any speakers attached. The Bluetooth isn't working on this laptop. I need to take it in and get that fixed. I don't know what the deal is with it. But yeah, and I need a microphone. I want to get one of those Rode or one of those Shure mics, and I want to get set up. I want to do this stuff, but that way, it's not as hard on me. I've been saying that for a while, but what is this? Only elevated ones for me, or I'll want to cry. Really? How many can you do, Longhorns? I'm curious to know, because you're a pretty big guy, actually. I mean, tall. Everybody should do all kinds of things. I've been hearing Patia Bob say, I need to start a channel. I'm going to start a channel. I need to do it. I got all the equipment. I'm going to, and it's just like me when I would say, I need to start training. I need to start training again. I need to start training. Well, now it's like I need to start training. I know I can't train the same way I used to, so what the fuck is the point? Why is this not working? There you go. This is strange. Here we go. Only elevated ones. I should start a channel. Is this from a laptop mic? Right now I'm not using a mic. I do have a mic. I wonder if I put the mic, I plug the mic in, if the speakers will still work. I forget how it works on here, but it's not that difficult to set up. I just need to figure it out. But it sounds like hard work. Once you get it set up, it's not all that hard, but it does take some time. Just interview the hotties. My wife would love that. I don't have she, as long as I kept it professional, she wouldn't have any problem with it. And I was making money, If I was just going around interviewing hotties and she goes, oh, you can't pay the rent? What kind of bullshit is this? I thought you were making money. Thought you had money. She would be like, what the fuck? Going around interviewing hotties for free. Now that don't cut it. It's got to be, you're going to have to make something, Scotty. I don't know. I just don't do regular ones anymore. The pain is excruciating. But if I train 50 in a row in 2 weeks, I bet. Okay. Don't pull a Howard Stern. Oh, he left his wife. What was his name? Beth? No, that Beth's his new wife. It started with an A, I think. His old wife, wasn't it? I forget her name, but yeah, he dumped her once he became big. Personally, I think Howard Stern. I know I talked to him on the air once, and I was in Thailand, I talked to him. No, it's not Andrea. Hang on. Thank you, Wikipedia. Allison, who's married for 23 years. You know. But anyway, I was online with him. I got on the air with him once, and I was just, I don't remember. He talked about something and he asked, hey, why don't you call in or whatever? So I called in. And then I call in and he was a bit of an asshole. And I'm like, all right, I know maybe it's a persona, but like, what the fuck? I know Gennaro will watch and the movie. She probably left him. She could have. She probably, maybe she was like, listen, you just don't give me enough. You're always at work and, you're always fucking around with these girls and, you know, I'll tell you what, I don't think my wife would like it very much if I had some hot chick sitting in the same room with me and I'm like, yeah, put that vibrator up there. All right, let's see it. Let's see what you can do, baby. And the whole world is watching. I don't think, a lot of chicks they're not going to, that ain't going to fly with them. But who knows? I don't know what the deal was. That's his personal information. That's whatever. Things don't work out sometimes. But, you know, um, I mean, I wouldn't have got married if I didn't want to get married. And if I didn't want to stay with her. It's just like anything else. You have your little, oh, he dated Angie Everhart and Robin Givens? Wow, I didn't know that. Robin Givens. Wow. Stern has adopted a pescatarian diet. All right, well, that's good. See? You have 9 subs with no channel. That's nice. Not crass interviews, but they will be hotties. I mean, see, like, Mr. Monash, I can tell you one thing. Some of those hotties are going to be going, yeah, sure, I'll do an interview. How much are you going to pay me? If you're willing to pay, they'll do it. So you're going to have to make sure that you turn a profit. If it's some chick like Beer or Preo or what's the other one's name? Tien. You are subject to their moods. So, you might catch them in the right day. You might catch them on the wrong day. You might just have to, buy them a sandwich or something. I don't know. Or, here's, 1,000 baht. You might have to do that, if you were going to interview. It depends on how long, you were going to interview. Yeah, your charm is not going to get you very far, Mr. Monash. I think you know that, though. Listen, charm and good looks doesn't feed them. What is it? I cannot eat your love. If you remember that one video, I don't even remember the name of it now, but the girl said, the guy was like, yes, I love you. I love you. I cannot eat your love. There it is there. I cannot eat your love. Yeah, I know he's a vegan. He's a vegan and he actually says, like, why do you want to hurt the animals or whatever? I wonder if he was a vegan before he met his wife. or was she a vegan and he wasn't, and she kind of led him into it, or what? And I wonder, how the hell does he eat? Because that's the problem. I don't have a problem saying, hey, I want to eat only fish, or a pescatarian diet or a vegetarian diet. It's not that I'm turned off by that thought, although I do like some meat once in a while. It's more along the lines of, in fact, I feel like having a big old double cheeseburger right now. It's more along the lines of, what the hell am I going to eat that's going to fill me up and not make me shit my brains out? If you're eating lettuce and vegetables all the time, forget about it, man. Monash meets the Hotties. Yes, name of the channel. That's good. How about just Monash's Hotties? You can interview Hotties at the Milk Class Cafe. I think he started before the last fight. Yeah, I think he did too. Gennaro can be your moderator. Ah, man, you're going to steal away one of my guys here. Come on, Monash. You know what my kid says, what Nicholas says, sharing is caring. I told him, well, that's true, but it just kind of depends on what you're sharing. Listen, I don't expect a whole lot from the milk class. I don't expect Byfern to be there. I don't expect there to be a bunch of hotties sitting there. Woo, we're waiting to help you. I don't expect anybody to get excited because some, short, chubby, bald American decided he wants to shoot a video or stream from on YouTube. I don't expect anything. In fact, I think it kind of might be boring. It's kind of like going into a little shop and eating some shit that you shouldn't be eating. And would you put your face on the camera, Monash? Just make sure there's a phone number in the background so I can call you. Talk to the hottie. Malin talks to the hotties from overseas. I am only watching if Nicholas goes. He's going. Are you kidding? He's going. Oh, I'm sure. Listen. I'm sure that she has had her share of guys fawning over her, prodding her, offering her just about anything. I mean, if you think about it. I think, honestly, if she takes her makeup off, you see her in bed in the morning, she's just another chick. I mean, at least when you go to the Rap God and you see Lily Munster or whatever eyebrow girl, hey, you're in for a little something special when you wake up. Something different. She's a rap goddess. She's a rap goddess. I'll bet you that in a year that place is not there anymore. Maybe even 6 months. Maybe even 3 months. That place is gone. What is this? Why is this not working? Something about YouTube, man. Their system is it's quirky. To put it mildly, quirky. Where the fuck is my camera? Yeah, where is it? All right, let me get rid of Howard Stern. We're running out of time. We're quickly running out of time and running way over. Great show yesterday. I'm watching on replay. Well, thank you. I will say this about the streams. I used to take the streams down afterwards because I kind of felt like, listen, if you want to be a part of a live stream, not that it's anything super special, but if you want to be part of a live stream, watch it live. And I know not everybody can do that. That's how I used to think. Now I kind of think like, okay, well, Maybe I should just put it like it's a members only thing. But then I'm like, fuck. It's not like, I mean, even like the president has, well, whatever president you, yeah, exactly. My plans are always falling apart. That's why I never make them. What do you think about interviewing other expats in Bangkok? I don't have a problem interviewing any expats in Thailand. All I have to do is send them a link. We can do it right online. That's fine. you know. Um, the thing to me though is that, like, am I going to find? I want to find somebody who's interesting, and not everybody who's interesting wants to be on my channel. That's the other thing. It's like, what do they want to give their time up to me for? I mean, people ask me to come on their live shows, and I don't really want to. But the way I look at it is, when it comes to time, I don't care what I'm doing. My time is valuable. If I want to lay down in bed and read a book for 3 hours, if I want to go out and shoot a video somewhere for an hour and I don't want anybody bother me, and I don't, if I want to spend 30 minutes on the crapper reading a book, it's my time, and you only have so much of it in your life. You need to get some condensed. You know what I need is some ramen. Serious, I might go not on camera. I may go and get some ramen this afternoon. I need something for my chest. It's bothering me again. I might have to go to the doctor if it doesn't get better. Oh, he's probably just going to give me some antibiotics because of the pollution. I don't think it's the COVID, because I can still smell, and darling, Monash is on the phone. He wants to interview you. Yeah, can you imagine? I think, honestly, it's better to interview Thais, especially Thais who speak English. Not everybody wants to hear me speak Thai or to hear them speak Thai. They'd rather just hear it straight out, however they can say it. And what's so funny is, you guys don't know, but every goddamn one of those girls in Starbucks, they speak some English. More than you know. It's just a matter of cajoling them into speaking in English. Well, it was a good coffee while it lasted. Why is this not working? All right, here we go. Tell him to fuck off. We can't use that kind of language here, Mr. Monash. You know what I would like? I'd like to go to that Au Bon Pain. I'm hungry now. What I had for breakfast was not very filling. I'd like to go to Au Bon Pain and have a nice steak sandwich on a cheddar, what the hell are they? Cheddar cheese jalapeno bagel. That's what I'd like to, maybe just interview famous people. Less videos, less work. Yeah, well, okay. I mean, the only famous people I know are boxers, and I really don't feel like getting into the whole boxing scene again. I had somebody who was, he's the son of a promoter. He sent me some message about something. Haven't talked to him in years, and, quite frankly, I mean, nothing against the guy, but I just don't want to talk to him. I don't want to talk about anything. I got nothing to talk about. I don't want to talk about boxing. I don't want to talk about, doing some kind of project. I don't want to talk about anything. Not with somebody involved in boxing or Buakaw. That would be a hard go for me. I mean, because for me to go and do something with Buakaw, like, first of all, he's huge. I'd probably need to go with somebody like one of my kids or something like that, and one of the fighters that I know that knows him. And that way he's a little more comfortable, you know? But I don't want to do that. I don't give a shit. I mean, listen, all that whole arena, I'm done. It's like the Chowderhead thing. For the most part, I am done. I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't really care about it. You know, it's just like when you realize, hey, I can't punch anymore. I'm old. I'm slow compared to how I used to be. My hands hurt. If I punch something, my hands are going to hurt worse, or I'm going to break my hand or something. After a while, you go, hey, I can't do this anymore. It's just, or I could, but it's going to hurt. You know, sometimes you get, it's like you finish watching a movie. How many times do you want to watch a goddamn movie? I mean, sometimes you watch a movie and it's a great movie and you're like, all right, that's a great movie. And you never watch it again. You just remember it. It's the same thing. Avoid the punchline. Yeah, or avoid the elbow to the face. See ya, Longhorns. Go do those push-ups. Yeah, I think it's time to go, ladies and gentlemen. It'll take me 5 minutes to say goodbye. Son of a bitch, man. 128. Unhealthy for sensitive individuals. I think I'm healthy, or I'm sensitive. In my room right now, I got this thing back on, this purifier thing. It's it's on 17 right now. So inside of my room, it's at 17. It's usually 1 or 2. So, all right, Mr. Minash, I know you have to prepare your paperwork and brush your teeth and do all these things. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining me. Appreciate it. As always, I still don't understand why people want to watch and listen no matter what I'm doing. There's always people watching and listening. I don't get it. Never will. That's why I don't really watch. The only person I really like to watch is Ricky Gervais. I like watching him. Anyway, I got to go get a lunch, get myself a hot soup. And I got other things to do. Man, got to try to wake up and have another coffee. So thanks for joining me. Please remember to leave a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please remember to subscribe. One day I want to hit that 15,000 subscriber mark. Maybe one day. And then if you want to help support the channel, everything's in the description. You want to get some merch, use the code Orwell and get 15% off. You better hurry up because I'm going to be changing that around directly. And I don't know exactly what the deal is going to be, but you can get the 15% off now. Check out my website, and that's all I have. So until next time, when we see some baristas, stream from lunchtime. Why not? Depends on where I eat. Multiple streams in a day? 3 streams in a day? He streams morning, afternoon, and lunch. No, afternoon and evening. Morning, lunch, and dinner. He streams. He streams all the time. You never know, Monash. But if you're on there doing, all kinds of paperwork and playing around on the toilet, you'll never know. You piss every hour. There you go. I love it. What is this right here? Hang on. Yeah, it's a little slow, this system to update. But anyway, enough said. Thank you. Talk to you guys later. Time to cue the music. Let's see if this will work. If I can get it to work this time. For whatever reason, the one, let's see here. It wasn't working, this one. Let me go. This one right here. Let's see if I can do that. You know what? Let's just do it this way. Let's cue the music. There we go. Cue the music.